Today I'm going to show you how to change a disc and pads on a car. Now we're doing this on a Nissan Micra, but the principle works on every other car. First thing to do is to loosen the wheel nuts. The next thing to do is to jack the car up and put it on an axle stand. Right, so that's your brake disc, that's your brake caliper. Next thing we've got to do is undo the brake caliper, which is first off two 13mm bolts at the back. So if you look here, you've got a nut on one side and a nut on the other. So you can put a 15mm on one side, 13mm on the other, hold them and they undo. Now these will be a little bit of a tight fit, because of the brake dust you've got from the brakes. On the back of here you've got two 18mm bolts. There's one and the other one down there. That's the bit that holds this carrier on. Now we've got to take out this keeper screw. This keeper screw holds it in place when you take the wheel off. So, easiest thing, put a screwdriver in so it's locked off. Put your socket in. Make sure it's the right way. And there we go. Comes out nice and easy. Now just tap this to get it off. Now you've got to make sure that this surface here is nice and clean, so the new disc goes on nice and level. Now for the new disc. Make sure your keeper hole is lined up. Now, it's always recommended to put in new bolts, but with this keeper bolt, because it doesn't hold much tension, it literally just holds it in place lightly. Just
not all cars are like this when you do it.
Screw it back in and it holds it in place. Not all cars are like this. Some will have two keepers, some will need replacing. It's always a good idea to give the carrier a bit of a clean before you put it back on, just to get the muck off of it. When you get new discs, it's always a good idea just to run a little bit of acetone over them just to clean off, because they get, when they come to you, they have a slight coating of oil or grease to help keep him sort of rust free when you get them out of the box. And just ordinary acetone, basically nail varnish remover, does a beautiful trick. Next is to wind this brake cylinder back. Now you can do it with a large pair of pipe grips, but for about £20 from any good motor store you can get a tool like this, just slots in and winds it down. brake pads, get some copperies and just paint it on the back to stop any squeal. And then just simply put the then just simply put the pads in. Now the pads are in, you can place this back over the pads, pushing the sliding bits here in to make sure it goes in nicely, line them up and do them up. Once you've got it all back together, either get someone or jump in and pump the brake a couple of times. Okay, Aaron? Pump the brake. Just to make sure everything is working nicely. There we go. Nice. Working nicely. So all that's left is to put the wheel back on, tighten it up, take it off its axle stands. Now the job's done, that saved you about £200, which would cost you at a garage to do it. Hope this was helpful. If you like it, click the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.